The Snowman was directed by Tomas Alfredson, the man behind Tinker, Tailor, Soldier, Spy, and Let the Right One In. It was executive produced by Martin Scorsese, starring Michael Fassbender and Rebecca Furguson, as well as J.K. Simmons, based off of a best-selling novel. There is no reason for this movie to not be at least good. It's about two detectives who are on the trail of a killer who builds snowmen at all of his victims. He also sends cryptic notes to the police as well, taunting them. Michael Fassbender plays Detective Harry Hole. I was excited for this film because of the talent in front of and behind the camera. It looked very much so like a wintertime Zodiac, and I'm a big fan of Zodiac. This is a monumentally disappointing movie. It's a gigantic, beautiful-looking mess. It has amazing cinematography, incredible talent everywhere you look, and a story that is so horrifically convoluted, I struggle to comprehend how this film made the final cut, how it's released. There is so much more editing work to be done here. Entire scenes need to be inserted into this movie for it to make sense. In fact, I just read an interview with the director himself where he stated that 10 to 15% of the script was not even filmed. He openly admitted to the fact that there are specific puzzle pieces integral to this movie and for the audience to grasp it fully that were never even filmed. I would say for the first half of this movie, I was semi-invested because I kept saying to myself, it's going to start soon. This is just the setup. It's getting me interested in the characters. It's creating intrigue. There are answers coming. I will understand everything. And a lot of these random character choices and scenes and subplots will eventually amount to something. Then the film ended and I realized that none of that was true. This film builds and builds and builds to nothing. The entire film feels like a setup. In fact, there's a scene towards the end that is trying to get us excited for a sequel. I guess they were just making a feature-length trailer for a potential sequel because that's what this film feels like. It never builds to really anything of merit. It's such a gorgeously shot movie and very respectably acted. Fassbender and Furguson in particular are really great here. They are doing a lot with very little. You never really get inside our lead character's head. You don't understand really why he chain smokes, or why he's such a drunkard, why he wakes up in parks sleeping on benches. If that was mentioned in the film or there was a hint to it, I must have missed it. I did not get up to go to the bathroom. I was laser focused on this movie. I don't know what his character is. I don't understand his backstory. He seems to have some pain in regards to his former relationship with Charlotte Gainsbourg's character, but beyond that, you really never get inside his head. Rebecca Furguson also remains a bit of a mystery, and her backstory is eventually revealed through flashbacks that feel very ham-fisted and almost filmed at the last minute. Tomas Alfredson is a director who really understands how to photograph beautiful scenery. He knows how to make a good-looking movie, but demonstrated by the finale of this film, he has a lot to learn when it comes to action sequences. There is a confrontation that occurs in the last 10 minutes or so that feels like it was filmed entirely and then edited to obtain a PG-13 rating. The mystery here is that this movie is rated R. So, this entire end confrontation has integral moments that are just missing. Things happen, and I actually said in my head, what the hell what? How did that happen? It looks as if it was reshot with stunt doubles, or they just didn't know how to film an action sequence, because the entire finale of this movie, the lady sitting next to me whispered under her breath, "What a dumbass." And normally I'm annoyed when people talk out loud, but I couldn't help but think that about the lead character. He makes this choice, and the whole movie just deflates in the final minutes. This is a beautiful looking movie, extremely well acted, respectably presented, but the story builds to nothing. It features characters that make choices that also build to nothing. J.K. Simmons' character is a complete mystery. His purpose in this movie, sure, you can explain it. It can be explained why he's in the film. But beyond the idea of let's have multiple characters because it's a whodunit, his character and his associate have the most random reasons for being in this movie. There's an entire sequence and subplot devoted to whether or not where they live is going to be the host of the next World Cup. There's more setup for this device the detectives use to film their subjects that they interview than the lead characters in this movie. It's a monumental disappointment, and I'm going to give The Snowman a D+. This film had every opportunity to be great, but beyond being a really good-looking movie with respectable performances, they basically dropped the ball at every corner. But I do want to make sure you guys know that I am running my promotion with Audible. If you go to audible.com/Chris, you can start a free 30-day trial. Audible makes getting more books in your life easy. They have an unbeatable selection of audiobooks with incredible performances from celebrities. You can transform any long commute that you're taking and ride with Audible and listen to audiobooks on the go. And the audiobook for the novel The Snowman, which I just reviewed the feature film adaptation of, is available on Audible. If you go to audible.com/Chris, you can have that free 30-day trial. Thank you so much to Audible for continuing to sponsor my videos, and thank you guys for watching. As always, if you like this, you can click right here and get Stuckmanized.